Yo, what's good everybody? It's me JT and we are back today with another video, and I've got a very interesting discussion for you all today. So I've got an article here from Final Weapon, and I'm going to place this in the link in the description below so you can all check it out, because you should support the original articles and read it yourselves. But it seems as Nintendo has a new server that they're coming up with, and they're going to be implementing this server and putting it into more games and the future releases, and it seems that they've already planned to put it in a game that's coming out here very soon. So let's get into this article. So the article first reads off by saying Nintendo is replacing Nex, their multiplayer server system, after 18 years of use, and introduces a new NPLN system, with Monster Hunter Rise being the first game to support it. Nintendo has been using Nex server system, which is over 18 years old. The system dates back to the GameCube era of Nintendo. It's an archaic system by now, as server-side technology has advanced greatly in that time. Thankfully, it seems Nintendo is finally ditching that system in favor of a new one. This system is named NPLN according to ThomasNet MC, and is currently in its preview phase. The Monster Hunter Rise demo was the first test for this new multiplayer system. As a result, Monster Hunter Rise should be the first one to natively support it. Oatmeal Dome corroborates this and says that Nintendo's goal is to make it a smooth transition to the new server system. However, it remains to be seen if it will make an immediate positive effect for online. So this right here is something that's very interesting to see from Nintendo, and I thought that it deserved a very good conversation on the channel for today. As you all should know, Nintendo is not exactly the beast of being up to date in terms of in times, and it seems that their old Nex system sort of solidifies that point. I mean, this is almost a decade old server system that they've been using. Obviously, we've seen the effects of this server side with the Wii U, the 3DS, you know, even it dates back to the Wii, with the GameCube being the first console to initially push this interface in and use it for probably, I think, one game so far. I don't think the GameCube had that many games to play online, but you can see how old this software is, how old this server side is, and you could definitely see the effects of what it's had on its consumers as of the Nintendo Switch as well. A lot of complaints have always come out about the Nintendo servers and how they've been bad, and hopefully with them including this new NPLN server side and adding on new individuals that can upkeep, manage, and run it, it would allow for many different things. I mean, I don't know if you guys and gals saw it, but in my opinion, the Monster Hunter Rise demo looked very good for both solo and online play, and I think that adding this specifically to Monster Hunter Online is going to improve the user experience and make the Nintendo Switch something that's more enjoyable for the players, and hopefully over time we can see that getting changed into games like Super Smash Bros. Ultimate, Mario Party, Mario Maker, all of these popular Nintendo games that everybody has been begging for to have better server-side connections. I think the annoying part of everything is, you know, just having peer-to-peer, you know, it's not 100% good for certain games, especially games like Mario Maker, where there are levels designed to be very precise and you have to land at specific points in time, or when you're playing with certain friends and you all have to get together, there's that one individual with a bad connection and it seems to just screw over everybody because that individual is the main host. And hopefully Nintendo will be able to mitigate that, or perhaps remove it entirely and make something better of their system. You know, I think the new quarter is going to be occurring here soon in March for Nintendo. They're looking for new ways not only to just add more games to their roster, but to make their Nintendo Switch a lot more better in terms of user interface. And I wouldn't be shocked if they started adding the essentials to their console, like adding more themes, adding more ways to connect with players, improving their online service systems, and overall just making their software better. I think Nintendo does have their head up and they've been looking at the long term. It's just been annoying their consumer base since we've been living with terrible connections and bad user interfaces for a little bit of a long time. I'm very applauding for Nintendo. I think it's very interesting to have them be able to use a server side that's almost a decade long and still have a up and running company that's as big as it is. I mean, that's a feat in itself. I don't think anybody would really be able to do that, especially with how things are evolving nowadays, but it's good to see that Nintendo is at least giving it an attempt to keep up with today's society, and I really hope to see all of that when it comes past March and the new quarter begins for Nintendo. I really hope to see many great announcements, and that the server side really brings on the availability to do a lot of things with video games, you know, improve server sides, make more realistic games that are real time and not really any choppy games, you know what I'm talking about. Just in general, improve the user interface and make it better for us to play games games on Nintendo Switch. But overall, again, I want to hear what you guys and gals have to think about this. Do you think that it's good that Nintendo is updating their servers? Do you think that their servers weren't bad and that they should stay with their original servers that they've been using for a decade? Or do you think that Nintendo is not making as big of a push to make these servers better and that they're just doing a moderate upkeep or something like that? I'd really love to hear what you all thinking down in the comments down below. Again, I would like to thank everybody for being so patient with me. I've been making a lot of awesome changes in the background that I'm happy to announce very soon. I'm going to be doing a rebrand of this channel and making sure that it sticks to relying on making news better. You know, sometimes you have to dip in, you have to dip out as a content creator, especially if you're like me who does all the work himself. And I appreciate everybody for allowing me to just cool down, get my mentality correct, and get back into making videos. Again, you all really make me super duper happy to be here to create content, and you're one of the biggest reasons why I push. So just thank you overall for being here to support me. If you like the videos and you want to see more, you know what to do. Hit that like and the subscribe button. And without further ado, peace out.